No, I was just listening to that. So, yeah, anyone that has a problem with us speaking out about the truth, these sick motherfucking pigs that are protecting these child molesters and child abusers with our children that walk around this place like it's not happening, they completely fucking ignore it, and they have for years, and it's made us sick for years. And there's a lot of good people who have worked with us for years that see that, probably long before you even showed up. I know a lot of people came on board probably after 2009 when they signed off on that stuff and really started targeting people to get the Karens and the non-vaxxers and the bullies and the cartel families, getting the children involved. And a lot of them have dedicated their lives to helping expose a lot of that crime and stuff like that. I know, right? We're watching Sean Ryan right now, and he has a younger gentleman on. They're talking about
the game has 122 people played this game here.
Roblox and some of the
this game is
stuff going
Tinder
on there, yeah.
On Roblox. It is literally Tinder on Roblox.
Right, and so he's pretty young. I mean, he barely looks older than my son who plays on Roblox, yeah? Right, so they're talking about going after some of the child predators and things like that, getting them set up with some of the stings. Right, so other people are listening to this like, oh my gosh, who is orchestrating this? Right, who's the hoe here, as they say, the head of operations? So yeah, no, it's not a joke. So Dad, what do you have to say about the young punk next door that is abusing my children who tried to kill me?
Call the cops.
Call the cops. See how they ignore it. So you think...
What you call the DHS?
Right.
Get them over here.
That's gone on for years, even before we went to Canada. It was 2012.
Get them over here.
Okay, see how they act. So it was 2012, if you remember.
Get them over here.
Okay, so in 2012, we were having the problems with DHHS, helping some of the drug traffickers and people around here. Some have moved to Florida. One is your daughter, who was dating the private investigator who shot himself and tried to tell you about that in 2009, and you guys ignored him, and you made fun of him. And they tried making it like he was talking about Mayan curses, and he wound up shooting himself. What about that?
I don't know about that.
You don't know about that?
Nope.
You don't know anything about Chris shooting himself?
I did, but I talked to him. I wanted to take him to the VA.
Why?
He won't go. You haven't looked at it. I knew something was wrong with him.
What do you think was wrong with him?
He had a mental problem.
Why? Because he was talking about the drug trafficking?
Oh, I don't know.
You see this? Anyone listening and watching, this is fucking disturbing. So we have children here next door in the hands of sick, murderous pedophiles that people like that are protecting. That private investigator who shot himself, who his daughter was dating, who has since moved to Florida, like the nasty fucking slut that she is. Yeah, what they did to him is really disturbing. So see how he's, nope, don't know nothing about it. Well, I wanted to take him to get help. He had mental problems. Right? How sad is that? And he had a daughter who hears this, that they lied to. You sick fucks. It's really disturbing. I think it's absolutely fucking disgusting. And knowing that my children are in the hands of these punks, did you hear him? I'll call the cops. I'll call DHS. And that's what these pieces of shit do, that are protecting the drug traffickers and care more about their drugs and their dogs than they do our children. And they're profiting from it, and it's fucking disgusting how they're allowed to walk around this place and ignore it like it's not happening. So, Dad, we've tried the cops and DHHS, and they too are disturbed at how some of you people are protecting these drug traffickers and pedophiles, and then you act like it's not happening.
You're the mother. Why don't you do something about it?
I'm their mother, so why don't I do something about it?
Yeah, why don't you?
We're trying to get people to accept the facts and acknowledge them, but nobody wants to do that. They want to protect their drugs and nasty family members that are trafficking the drugs. What do you have to say about that?
I have nothing.
Nothing to say about it.
No.
So I should call the cops or DHHS?
I'll go.
Okay, so they too are concerned about these situations where these punks are set up pretty comfortable being protected by people like you who don't seem to care about our children and are more concerned about protecting their drug trafficking children.
If you're my mother, why don't you go over and do something about
Okay, so as you can see, we're going to end this conversation now. Anyone listening? This is what we've been dealing with for years. In fact, when we were children, remember when I was 10 years old and the granolas out in Whitefield complaining about Timmy and the child molester who lived with us?
How many years was that?
Right, that was back in the 90s, exactly. So just so everyone knows, been listening to this stuff our whole lives here. Shut some of these lights off. Don't want to cost Jeff too much money, you know? So yeah, anyone listening, that's what we've been dealing with for years, and you can imagine how angering it is to us and why we try to avoid bringing it up at all. Because that right there, that's when people fucking snap and should take a fucking 2x4 to that motherfucker's head. Just like anyone in their right mind would. But thank goodness we're non-violent people. Yeah, no, thank goodness. You want to see the sky again? Yeah, sure. Thank goodness we're non-violent people. And we're bigger than that. Because if we were violent people and we're going to snap, that'd be the motherfucker we'd snap on right there. But thank goodness we have self-composure and we work with good people from all around the world. As you can see, they don't fucking care. Right, so thank goodness that we work with good people from all around the world and we're very heavily monitored. And we've been on the program since we were 18 years old. How many years ago was that? Huh? That was the year 2000, just so you know, Papa. Right, so anyways, you sick fucks that have moved away from here, that are also acting like it's not happening, I really hope you pieces of shit get exactly what you deserve too. It is beyond me how you people can fucking act the way you do and pretend like this isn't happening. And it pisses a lot of people off around the world who do care and are trying to help bring awareness and clarity to the facts. So yeah, anyone listening,
I don't even know what to say to that.
just know that we are going to keep our cool. We get hot when we want to, you know? I feel my temperature rising. Right? You know, a lot of things can make you cry. Make you laugh. I know, right? Old Yeller. That was a sad movie, huh? If you don't cry when you watch Old Yeller, you're just not a human being, you know? Right, so yeah, anyone listening, that's how fucking disturbing these people are. That's a mental illness right there, okay? That's a fucking mental illness, and you can't make them acknowledge it. They can carry on just the way they're carrying on, and all we can do is hope and pray that the proper authorities bypass these motherfucking pigs and help these kids. Because since we were kids, as you can hear, how many years ago was that? Since we were kids, they've protected their drugs above the children. And a lot of people can see that. Any suggestions, anyone, as to how we can help our children without breaking the law? Oh, I know, a lot of people say that. Right, and then what they like to do is to teach us a lesson for speaking the truth. Yeah, he likes to feed my diabetic son extra hot dogs. Yeah, and how he treats him with the diabetes stuff is pathetic and disgusting. Tries to act like he takes good care of him. They make him think like he's his life support. And if anything happens to him, he might as well kiss his ass goodbye because no one else can take care of him. It's fucking disgusting and disturbing. I'm the one that taught him how to give him his shots. And how you fucking people are ignoring this and letting him do that to my son. If it's not bad enough what that punk next door is doing to my youngest two. Yeah, keep in mind my second child is the only one I did not vaccinate. Has a baby, and he's the only one that didn't lose his speech. I know. And what they've been doing here over just the past 10 years, we don't even got to go back to 2012 when we raised the concerns about the DHHS workers who were protecting the drug traffickers and child abusers. Thank goodness that mother had a good lawyer and they took his ass to court and she got full custody of that little boy he beat up in the tub. What about that, Dad? The little boy he beat up in the tub. What do you think about that?
Didn't know about it.
You didn't know about it?
Nope.
Okay, so you know that's a lie. You remember the little boy Isaac that he beat up in the tub?
They didn't even know, they didn't know his name.
Okay, didn't even know his name. That's how sad and disturbing this is. You know how much Robbie loved that little boy, and they played together all the time. You know what's interesting too is Robbie says he doesn't even remember him.
I don't either.
You don't remember him? Well, Robbie was only 2, and you were an adult. Right, so you don't remember him beating up that little boy in the tub?
I didn't know him that much.
Wow. Wow, listen to that. So, yep, didn't know nothing about it. The private investigator, nope, didn't know nothing about it. Oh, he had mental problems. Nope, didn't know nothing about it. Okay, so he beat up his little boy in the tub, and they had to take him to court and get full custody. Here we are in 2026. That happened back over 10 years ago, Dad, and I know you remember it.
You know what?
So what do you have to say about him beating up a little boy in the tub? He left black hand marks and scars on his neck. The police officer came and showed me the pictures. You see the lights are all back on. The police officer came and showed me the pictures, and he had black hand marks and scars on his neck, and Mike said he wasn't going to raise a sissy boy. What do you have to say about that?
Did he say that?
Yeah. So a grown man beat up a little toddler in the tub. Dog's leg blew up and he tried to kill me, was leaving a loaded gun around. Remember all that?
Nope.
No, you don't remember any of that? See how what they're doing?
Never heard of that.
Never heard of that. Okay. That's how disgusting and so that's a mental illness when you have people that are completely ignoring a little boy getting beat up in the tub. Nope, never heard about it. Okay, this is all documented. That mother had to take him to court and get full custody. He was part of our lives for years. That's really sick and disturbing. It was his 4-wheeler that you guys had downstairs that you sold. Do you remember that? Nope, don't remember it. Sick fucks. Anyways, as you can see, right, and just going around turning lights on. They think it's funny for some reason. They're like children. So anyone listening, if you can't acknowledge that that's fucking sick and disgusting and a mental illness, that's abuse and neglect to not just our children, but to yours. Hopefully people are waking up to that. And they're going to do what they can to help these kids because these fucking sick pigs who care more about their drugs don't give a shit. All right. But they're sticking up for their son and daughter. Stay true to the family. Yeah, okay. Unfucking believable. Merry Christmas, everybody. If you have any other questions, comments, or concerns or suggestions as to how we can help our children without breaking the fucking law and taking motherfuckers' heads off like that, you go ahead and let us know. All right, take care.